Hello and thank you for watching TV Santa Barbara. My name's Eric Davis, Executive Director, and I'm filling in for Dr. Cinder Sinclair on the 805 Focus, where we spotlight local nonprofit organizations throughout Santa Barbara County. The 805 Focus can be viewed Monday through Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. on TVSB, Channel 17, and today we got a great guest, Jenni-Elise Ramirez, Board President of the Junior League of Santa Barbara. Welcome.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me, Eric.
You're welcome. So tell me, how did you get involved in the Junior League?
So actually how I got involved was, I didn't even know what it was when I never heard about it, and someone had told me, you should really get involved in an organization like this. I was actually getting my MBA specializing in nonprofit from Antioch here in Santa Barbara. And I was like, what a better way to really learn about nonprofits than to be a part of a nonprofit. So my friend was like, you're gonna sign up, you don't know what it is, just show up and start coming. And my first year I was kind of like, whoa, what is this thing? And then within my next year, I was pushed right up to leadership, leading a committee, and then served on the board for 7 years and have been a part for 9 years and now president.
For all those watching at home, what is it? What is the Junior League? How do you describe it to people?
The Junior League of Santa Barbara is a women's nonprofit organization. So we are a training organization. So we're trying to train women to go be leaders in the community. Volunteer, sit on boards, help make Santa Barbara what a special community that it is. You do pay dues, so there is like an annual due that you pay, and that just helps to keep our organization running, all the little things that people don't really want to donate to, right? And then we work with a lot of community partners here in Santa Barbara. So our focus and our mission is to really prevent injustice to youth, primarily in ways of girls. So we partner with a lot of nonprofits here, like Domestic Violence Solutions, Angels Foster Care, Calm, that kind of fall under that same umbrella, and we help do projects for them and help them with what they need. And we also give community grants, so we give grants out to nonprofits that apply for that. Our goal for the 100th year, which is coming up next year, is to give out $100,000 to the community. So we're really, really working towards getting that out there. That's my really big goal, is I'm a huge proponent of this community and I really want to give back. We're in recruitment season right now, so we are reaching out if any ladies would like to join. We actually just had our final meet and greet last night at Validation Ale, which was really nice. So girls can just come, and if they're interested, you just have to email join@jlsantabarbara.org, and we'd love to have you.
And you said 100 years, $100,000. That's amazing, the work you do. Take me back, the 100 years in Santa Barbara, that's something.
Yeah, so 1924, way back when here. I know we've done a lot of things. We were talking, there was an oil spill, an earthquake, a lot of things that we've helped out with. One that I really love, and I actually work at Santa Barbara Middle School, which is a bike. We do a lot of outdoor education, a lot of biking. I went there as well as a child, and I love that the Junior League actually helped to facilitate the law that says you have to wear a helmet when you're under 18 riding a bike here in Santa Barbara. So a lot of people don't know that the Junior League was one of the biggest proponents for that law, so that's kind of exciting.
And how'd you go about tackling that or bringing that issue forward?
You know, I don't really know. I wasn't here way back when, but I know that usually what it is and how we bring issues forward nowadays is there's just a group of women that are really passionate about something, and they really want to either see what the call is for the community, if there's community members that also feel the same, and they can jump on board, and then they can all work together and make a difference, something change.
So it's a nonprofit organization that gives back.
Yes.
And how big are you? How many people do you have in your chapter?
So it is an AGLI is an Association of Junior Leagues International. So it's actually all over the world. And we are the Santa Barbara chapter. We have about 60 or so active members, and then we have about 250 sustainers. What that means is once you hit like 7 years as an active member in the Junior League, you can kind of take a seat back and like watch everything and be there as like an advisor kind of role. So we have about 250 women in Santa Barbara that are a part of that. So that's a pretty awesome network of women that have done a lot of great things in this community to pull upon.
Is it a pretty close-knit group that you guys kind of keep in touch?
Yeah, I think it's hard because, there's a lot of generations and everyone's done what they did when they did here, and they're like, I'm done, I want to take a step back. But one of my goals is to really integrate a lot more. We have a lot, like what the sustainer president is a really close friend of mine, so I'm really excited to work closely with her to really bring the two a lot closer together. So we have a lot of women that have done a lot of great things in this community that we can pull upon to continue to do great things in this community.
And for the people that are watching at home,
Yeah.
How can they learn more information? Can they get involved? Can they make a tax-deductible donation?
Yeah,
what are you looking for?
Yeah, we definitely will always take donations. We take donations to our 2 houses that we actually facilitated the opening of here in Santa Barbara County. Safe House, which is a house for ages 12 to 17, survivors of human sex trafficking here in the county. And then we have a house for over 18 called Living Arrows that is for also survivors of sex trafficking that are not can't be adults yet. They're not ready to go out and be 18 and try to do the things that everybody else can do. They need a little extra help. So we have 2 of those houses. We take donations for those houses to help keep that facilitated. We take them shopping. We do birthday presents for them. We have cooking school for them. So we do a lot of things to help, get them back to where they want to be in the society. What was the other question you asked me?
Some of the programs too.
Oh, yeah.
That you do a lot, but what are some of your key programs that you've got going on?
So we work really well close with cooking, A to Z Cooking
Sure,
School.
yeah.
We love them. She actually is a sustainer of the Junior League, the woman who
Great.
started, Nancy. And they come in and they teach our girls, what healthy food looks like, how you can make, vegetables taste good if they're not used to something like that, or how they're going to make that a part of their diet. So they come in and really teach them cooking classes, which I think is wonderful. We actually got to bring them to Disneyland in May, so we got to take a whole group of the girls out to Disneyland, and that was really fun for them. We do a lot of the things that are fun for them that kind of just make them feel normalized. Like we go bowling, we do those kind of things. Still, we're acting as a mentor, but not in a really strict structural mentor kind of way. We're just there to be there. And a lot of the girls come back to us, write us letters saying, our own families didn't even care about us. So the fact that you guys who don't even know us care about us is really wonderful. So that always kind of touches all of our hearts when we do all the hard work that we do.
And as board president, this is a volunteer position that you're undertaking. So
yes,
it's another full-time job.
It is definitely another full-time job. But I think seeing the girls that come through our program, we have now helped 127 girls since we started the Safe House in 2017. So that's really wonderful to see that these girls that are now off to college and doing great things and just, needed that extra direction that we were able to provide. I love being a part of the Junior League. It's really exciting, not just for the things that we do in the community, but also the friends that I've made. I mean, I've made friends and family that will stick with me forever because kind of you say like misery loves company, right? We're all in pain, working really hard together. So we all kind of bond over all that.
Yeah, it's got such a great reputation. You're everywhere. I see the rummage sales that you put on, and some of the other the grants I know are big. How do you go about selecting your grant recipients?
So we open it up to everyone. So it's not just a community, like the community partners that we partner with. We open it to everyone, and then we have a committee that then looks through like the financials and how much money they're asking for, and what's their project, and how is their project going to really impact the community. And there's a bunch of criteria that our committee goes through to really choose. It's hard though because there's a lot of community needs in this community, and there's a lot of nonprofits here that would really love help. So last year, I think we really focused on some of the smaller organizations that maybe really are trying to be up and coming. Like one of my favorites is called Solid Foundations. They do like it's just for young kids. They teach them all kinds of basics like building things and how to stand up for themselves and self-defense. And they're a really small organization that just started out of a gym. And so that was one that we were like, oh, we really want to help support them because this kind of money is something that could totally change the trajectory of their program. So.
Absolutely. And they must be so grateful for your support.
Yeah. And I like follow them on Instagram and watch them all the time. And it's just pretty cool to see the great stuff that they do. I think there's a lot of wonderful community things for young girls in Santa Barbara, but I think there's not very much for young girls and young boys to be together. And I think Solid Foundations does a really great job of merging those two together. So we love supporting all the different nonprofits here in town.
Yeah. And as board president, what does that entail? What does your job look like as president? Because I assume you work your way up and start on a committee and then take on a leadership role. And now here you are. They said you started in March as president.
Yeah. So I actually my first year in Junior League, this is just going to bring it back to personal.
Yeah.
I looked at the calendar and realized when the 100th year was going to be, and I told myself that I wanted to be the president for the 100th year. I didn't know exactly how that was going to work out. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but now here we are 9 years later, and like my total dream has come true, which is pretty inspiring and cool to see. But my job is really a leader to empower all these women. My theme for my presidency year is called Be the Change. It's inspire, oh my God, now of course I'm forgetting it. Celebrate the past, empower the present, and inspire the future. So that is really what I'm here to do. I'm celebrating all the wonderful work we've done in our almost 100 years. I'm empowering these wonderful women who are showing up and volunteering their time to help other people and learn different things in the community. And on committees, they get to learn about, how to pass a law, how to lobby for a bill, and all these kinds of things. And I'm really there to help them fail forward, right? So like if they fail, I'm here to pick them up and bring them up to the next level. So my big job is I'm the face of the Junior League, but I have a whole group of women behind me that I'm here to empower and bring up, and hope one of them has the same goal that I did 9 years ago.
Well, I can see the enthusiasm in your voice and the energy in your face. And what do you got planned for the 100 year? I could imagine you guys are up to something.
Yeah, so we do have our annual gala that's coming up this year, and we're very excited to say that it's at the Miramar, which is pretty big. That will be happening Veterans Day, November 10th. And then we're just trying to really gear up and be in the community and be out there and have our faces shown for the 100th year. Like I said, we're planning on $100,000 to the community, which I think is going to be big. It's going to be hard on our poor grants committee to try to figure that one out, but that's a problem we want to have. And then, I don't know, we're having a happy hour soon internally with some of the members to really get all their ideas. It's really not my 100th year, it's all of our 100th year. So I want to get people who've been in the league for 50 years. What are their ideas? What does someone who just joined the league think would be cool for us to do? So we're going to have a brainstorming session to kind of just hear everything, but lots of things around 100, right? So I want maybe 100 acts of kindness, or 100, something like that, to keep with our 100 theme. But hopefully we have a lot of big dreams, and we've got a lot of members that are pretty excited and have things that they want to do as well.
Dreaming big,
yeah,
okay.
That's right. That's how we have to dream.
Yeah, and you put it out there that you were going to be the president this year. And
that's right.
And you made it happen.
That's right. Yep.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks
it's
so much.
Really nice to have you. As we wrap up this show, again, tell people, restate your mission and your purpose, and then we'll talk about how people can support your efforts again.
Yeah, so the Junior League of Santa Barbara, again, is here. We're here for women, supporting women, empowering women. And we're here to just help our community. Santa Barbara has a lot of need. We are one of the highest nonprofits per capita in the country, which is pretty wonderful. But that just goes to show that there's a lot of passionate people here. So I also tell people, if they really want to get involved in the Junior League, if they're trying to volunteer out there in the community, it's really hard when there's a cajillion nonprofits. Like, where do you start? How do you get in there? And the Junior League kind of goes into those nonprofits with our hat on. So you kind of have a leg up if you want to get into a nonprofit and start volunteering. And we have girls that have joined the Junior League and then left and became, a full-time volunteer with CALM because of their experience that they had here. When I did work for Domestic Violence Solutions, I got my job from working with the Junior League, and then I was hired to work there. So it definitely, we do breed really wonderful leaders into this community. So if you're ready to come on in and join us and help out this community, and who knows, we just had our leadership retreat, and at the end I always do this dream big exercise where I have everyone write down the craziest ideas they could have and put them on the Post-its. And 9 years ago, one of the craziest ideas was to open houses for victims of sex trafficking. And now we have. So it's always a really wonderful activity to be let's just dream as big as we can, and you never know what we could accomplish.
You never know.
Yeah.
So how do people become a member, find out more, support all your great initiatives?
Yeah, so our website is at www.jlsantabarbara.org, and you can go on our website. You can see all the information there. If you are interested in joining, you would email join, JOIN, at jlsantabarbara.org. That email is also on our website, so you can see it there as well. And then someone will get back to you and we'll give you information, and we have kind of a rolling recruitment, so it's kind of as the year goes on, we just kind of want people that are invested and ready to do things in the community.
And is it open to everyone in the Santa Barbara community?
Yeah, women and all those who identify as women also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure chatting with you today, and good luck with your 100-year planning. You have watched Jenni-Elise Ramirez, Board President of the Junior League of Santa Barbara. I'm Eric Davis, Executive Director of TV Santa Barbara, and you have been watching the 805 Focus.